Welcome back to the Mullen Performance Audio channel. Today is Father's Day. It's Sunday. We was going to do some traveling around today, but the family just kind of seems a little dragging butt. So I figured, you know what? Let's just let them rest, and I'll come out here and get some stuff done that I want to get done. It's great weather today. I figured, you know what? Screw it. Let's work on the Buick. So I got I believe this is like 500 pounds of concrete here. We got a 500-pound pad in the back now. You can see I got like a little gap in between, you know, it's not flush. Well, that's fine, because trying to get this whole thing flush with concrete was not going to be something that I was going to be successful at, because I want to put a top. This is going to get a top. It's going to get skinned, and then it might get another layer on top of that, and that's going to be the base of my box. So everybody knows the strongest houses are built on great foundations. Everybody knows that. This is my foundation. Literally, this is my foundation. So what I'll do is I'll put the first board down, I'll screw it down around the outside, and then I'll drill some holes around it, and then I'll just hit spray foam in there to kind of fill up the little gaps in between. And that will be the floor of my box. Granted, it's going to be up to about right there, and I'll have like this lip. So I'll have a lip in the box, but this is going to be, you know, this will be a wall. You know, this would be the front of my box. It might come out this way a little bit more. It can, I think it can come out, you know, it might be able to come out to about right here. I don't want to cram it so far up. I got to get the seats up in the dash, which I want to make this car stupidly enough, I want to make this a comfortable demo vehicle. And after going to Slamology and kind of looking at everybody's builds, I come to the conclusion, you know, I was going to get all fancy up here and try to make everything, you know, as stiff, as rigid as possible. I'm not going to do that. And the reason I'm not going to do that is because after watching, you know, the extreme builds, the extreme cabins and all that stuff, they're awesome. They're loud, they're stupidly loud. But the problem with them is that they don't film good. You know, you watch these guys getting these vehicles, and, you know, you just get this, you know, blurred out, and these guys are just, that you can't convey that on a video about how brutal that is. But if you can show a vehicle with the doors flapping and the windows freaking flapping, that conveys what's happening a little bit better. So this car is probably just going to get ripped to pieces, which is fine with me, because this car is pretty trashy anyway. This car is probably just going to get ripped to pieces from base. And I think it'd be a fun thing. I want it to be fun to sit in. I want it to be, you know, I want somebody to sit in this and have a good time. Granted, it's only going to be a 2-seater. You know, it's not no Scott Dilbeck, you know, 5-seater demos. But, you know, we'll give her a good shot. I'll let this dry. My next thing is the tackles. Get the fuel pump put on the car. Try to get the car running. That should have been the first thing I did. But we'll try to get the car running, and we'll see how the motor is from there. And I know it'll run. I've put gas down the carburetor, and I know it fires up. It just won't stay running because there's no fuel. We'll get the fuel issue figured out. I know this car's got a brake line. I think that needs to be replaced. I really need to go through the brakes. I'm adding this much weight. It has to stop. So might be a brake upgrade in the future. Probably would be a smart thing to do. Probably the last thing I'll end up doing, but it's a smart thing to do. I'll come up in here. I'll start building. This will be what I start building everything off of, and then I'll start building. I'll get in here and scrape this tin off the sides, and I'll probably just paint these windows. I did that to my old wagon back in the day. Just painted the windows, because it doesn't really matter what they look like on the inside, because it just looks like black on the outside. And then I'll start building up the sides here. I'll probably come in here and then hit these with a 45 right there and a 45 right there, and then the box will come all the way to the C-pillar here, and then I'll probably have to kind of angle it a little bit, maybe another 45. I don't know. But the good thing is that we can attach straight to the roof, and we could drill holes in the roof if we have to, and we'll spray foam through the roof, and then we'll cover it back up. This car has a luggage rack on the top of it. I'm gonna take off anyway, so there's gonna be holes in the roof. I'll have to patch, so that's no biggie. Yeah, and then we'll just kind of get everything laid out. My goal is to get everything laid out, box built, and then, or the shell of the box built, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do for. I got a good idea on what I'm gonna do for this box. This build, I think it's gonna be. I want it to. I want a win machine. I don't freaking care about numbers. My goal is not to run somebody out. My goal is to, break the door off the hinges. I mean, that's just kind of what I want to do. So, yeah, you guys have a good Father's Day. I gotta help my father here in a little bit. He wants me to help him with something, and I'm already tired and hot and sweaty. So we'll get this going, guys, and you guys have a good day.